Hello, worlds. I thought I didn't start recording. Funny enough. Welcome to the next part of Banjo-Kazooie. I almost said Tooie. Not gonna lie.
No, we're not.
Also, sorry if Mayo's lagging, because Discord and/or his internet is being a big dumb.
It's Discord. I've been watching my internet for a long time. It has not dropped or come anywhere near dropping. I offered to record the audio for the call because you sound fine to me.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but he has spurts of sounding fine. So just if it does lag on his end a little bit, just bear in mind it's kind of just the situation we're in currently. So this is Clanker's Cavern. This is personally my least favorite level in the entire game, but I still like it. So it's just personal.
Person always the clock would the worst could
I can understand the dislike for Click Clock, so. But this is my personal least favorite stage in the game. Again, I like it though. I like all the stages in this game, but if I had to pick one of being on the lesser end of the spectrum, it would be this stage for me personally.
You're not going to hear me defend this one that much. Junkyard swamp levels, they tend not to be ones that I think very highly of.
Funny enough, the swamp level in this game is probably not my favorite, but it's probably on the upper end for me personally. You can barely make out the noises he makes. Oh my!
I couldn't hear them.
Yeah, I know. I honestly thought it wasn't playing sounds for a second. Like, his voice sounds, I should say. So it's also the first time we get to see these wall enemies. I hope you guys like them. Ooh, I am not collecting that egg.
Goodbye, egg.
Alright, so here's the hardest part of the level right here. So, we have to get it done.
Just make it fast.
Yeah. This part of the level is definitely the hardest because swimming controls in this game are kind of blah. Luckily, Tooie fixes it. Oh god. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. I just made this game a stretched widescreen. I'm totally doing this. Alright guys, now that you can see the game again, it's a stretched widescreen, which looks amazing. Probably actually looks really bad, because this game is not widescreen on the N64. Assuming that I actually edited out what happened, I just saved your guys' eyes. I'll probably show it for like half a second, if anything. But
It was a lot of flashing black. Then it was garbage.
yes. Well, that was just because I was swapping around with like graphic settings and it was just kind of bugging out. So anyways, it's like the worst part of the level because it's kind of far underwater. You have to collect some notes. There's a Jinjo, and then you have to do this little thing right here. It's just kind of easy to die here without experience or anything, so yeah. I think I recorded the last two parts in 4x3, right?
I believe so, yes.
Well, this one's going to be a stretched one for you guys. I promise you it'll probably look better, but it's going to be stretched. Anyways, so now that we've gotten Clanker out of the water, we can explore Clanker as a whole. Woo! But I think I'm going to stick with underwater stuff for now, just so I can get the underwater stuff out of the way. Because the underwater stuff is honestly the more annoying side of things, so I think Mayo can agree with me on that.
Underwater in this game is not fun.
And Romper farted and it smells awful. Yeah, luckily in Tui, like I mentioned, they do fix it. So
Somewhat. It's still poop. Tui, but
I think it is pretty darn good in Tui. In this one, it's really weird because like you press B and you're kind of like stuck. Like it's really terrible to control. Like mid flap or mid thing. It's really hard to explain, but like I think Tui did it. I think Tui's fine. I think Tui's actually really good.
the Tui's the problem with Tui is that it's still super restrictive.
Not as bad as this one.
Not as bad as 0 out of 10 isn't saying much.
I mean, I wouldn't call this like the worst swimming controls. It's not
It
even
is the worst.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's the worst. Definitely not good, but luckily the amount.
Bubsy 3D did it better. It is the worst.
You know, at least the amount of swimming you actually have to do is minimal in this game, so it does have that going for it.
That is true.
So
And for those of you that don't know, that's actually pretty good because for some reason the swimming levels in Bubsy 3D are actually surprisingly good. Like they're not amazing, but
I think there's a honeycomb right here. Yep. I'm getting that beautiful HP up. Also ignore Romper growling at absolutely nothing because he's a buffoon. Well, he's actually a dog, but it's more funny if you pretend he's a buffoon.
a baboon?
Yes. A baboon
Okay.
and a buffoon. You could say he's a baboon-foon.
Baboon food?
Baboon-foon.
Why does that sound like a spell name in Persona?
Baboon-foon. Loop. Loop.
Loop.
Loop.
Any day now.
Loop. 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 I think there's only one underwater section now left. That's back here. And I think we're set on all the main underwater sections. There's like one other quote-unquote underwater section we'll have to deal with, but it's not that bad, so whatever. So this is actually better to do this section once you get the one you know what, you voice him. No, that was just a beat. So this section.
I mean, there's all the hanging S's, so you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This section is I actually usually like to do it when I have the invulnerability, which is we kind of alluded to it I think in the last part because I collected invulnerability feather. I usually like to do this with the invulnerability feather. It's just quicker. I'm gonna make you voice the wasps and Click Clockwood.
Click Clockwood, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well done. You're 1/5 of the way through the stage.
I still love how, for everyone who doesn't know, and I'm not gonna do it just to show it off. I'm just gonna say that's the death counter sound. I am 100% expecting a death in the Rusty Fucket Bay. I think that's what I used to call it when I was younger. I didn't like that level. No, I've always had a soft spot for the level. I take it back.
Then why do you call it that?
Good question.
Are you really just that dirty-minded that anything that kind of sounds like it could be that word, it has to be?
I guess. So yeah, this is you only really have to get one of these. I think it's the one that we actually shot at is the one that you need to actually fix for his toothache.
Why wouldn't you?
But we're gonna help him out. That's actually how I'm gonna enter him, because that's how you can enter him. There's multiple ways. There's the gills, there's his mouth, the teeth. There's a
blowhole at the top.
Yep. Which actually I probably should enter that way, because isn't that how you get the? I think that's how you get one of the abilities. So I'm actually probably gonna do that. Let me go get the Jiggy real quick then. In his teeth. In his teeth.
His teeth?
His teeth. Oh, okay. There was still a Mumbo token here anyway, so it was kind of worth it. There's no transformation this stage either. The next stage, I think, should. Right? Yes, it does. I had to remember. I don't remember what the next stage was. Go.
Alright, Blowhole, bring it on.
Well, I'm gonna do.
I already beat Echo the Dolphin. I'm not afraid of you.
I'm gonna do the outer area still first, because there's still quite a bit here to do.
I said you were done with swimming.
Hmm?
I thought you said you were done with swimming.
Oh, I am, but there's like... Oh, there's no enemy there? Did I already kill it? Like, there's this stuff on the outer section. It's very minimal. Like, we did most of the stuff on the outside of the level thus far. Luckily. We need to go in the thingy-majig. Collect that note real quick. I don't think I have to actually slide down that, so I'm not gonna bother. But I think there's a Mumbo token here? Oh no, this is the...
Oh no. Well, there you go, you got your hit point.
Uh-huh. Just want to see if there's a... Oh, there's an extra life in there, but I'm not going to need it because extra lives disappear when you restart the game. Also, the shadow is glitched out, if you could see that.
Oh yeah, I can see it alright.
It's beautiful.
It's magic.
Beautiful. Oh. Field goal!
Well done.
Thank you. I try. Okay, this is just overkill right here, game. And then we get to do Mayo's favorite section of the level.
Oh, yes, of course. The absolute best part of the game.
This is what I call platforming. What would a platforming game be without platforms, man? Thank me later.
I don't even know.
Also, I think there's only one more hit point we can actually get overall in this game, right?
There's only 2 honeycombs per stage, and it's not that many levels.
Nope. We'll go in that blowhole, or on top of the blowhole soon, because there's actually a thingy up there. Go. Go. Gulp from Spyro.
Someday. Not anytime soon. Someday.
I mean, you say that, but we are kind of close to doing the first game.
Yeah, the first game.
Uh-huh.
But the first game has no goal.
Alright, I'm gonna do a crazy throwback that probably even Mayo doesn't understand.
I probably don't understand it. I probably don't.
That's the throwback right there.
You're right, I don't understand it.
That was not the throwback. But if you want to imagine it was, then, you know, by all means. So, how's your day been?
It's been a day.
So how's your day that's been a day been?
A day!
So, how's your wife?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Ask a completely different question. How's your wife? Ride that. Bolts. Nuts and bolts.
So that isn't it's really not gonna happen for a while. I mean, I say that, but honestly, once I do 2, I'm probably gonna go straight into nuts
Straight into nuts.
and bolts
Bolts.
because I don't want to risk something happening to my 360 and having to do everything over again.
Yeah, I'll just like red ring finally. After all this time.
I got one of the quote-unquote newer models, so it shouldn't happen, but you never know.
Alright, Blowhole, come on. No! There we go. There's the bitch switch. Her eyes lifted. Can we just acknowledge how, like, the banjo damage sounds, some of them do not sound like he's in pain?
Some of them he sounds like he's in joyful glee. Yes, give it to me some more.
Whoa. Triple X rated in here.
Oh, please, it was like that way before I said anything.
True. And I think this is where we get the move. This song sounds so Banjo-Tooie compared to Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, they're the same, but they have, like, similar, rather, but they kind of have their own distinct styles. Oh, God.
Whoa. I'm waiting for Kazooie to say something. Kazooie, you should be complaining about this. Your body is...
Or if anything, she should be like, whoa, that's really awesome. Because, you know, she gets to be invincible.
Either way,
Alright, here's a throwback here. You ready for this? Jiggy get!
I do remember that, actually.
Damn, now you forget. Alright, elaborate. Tell everybody where it's from. No, shut up.
That's... I don't remember if it was my old version of the LP or yours.
It was mine.
Okay. It's like we were doing ours at the same time, so...
Are we doing Banjo-Kazooie at the same time? Maybe
no,
Tooie.
Maybe I was doing Kazooie when you were doing Tooie.
Yeah, that sounds more right. Alright, so
Funny enough, neither of us ever finished Tooie.
One of these days, that'll be my ultimate comeback, I'm telling you.
The Yogaidr LP is going to be my comeback for that one.
Oh, shut up, Romper. He hears a frickin' frick. He hears a car and decides he's not happy. He doesn't like the car. Thinks it smells. Meanwhile, he doesn't.
Dogs, you know, smell.
Meanwhile, he doesn't sniff his own farts. Probably shouldn't, actually. Romper would probably explode and die if that happened. So he'd be like,
Today,
wow.
I found out that dogs can explode and die from smelling their own farts.
Yeah, for
The more you know.
Because of how gross it is. So the last Jinjo's in the gills, but that's how we're gonna leave this area. So let me just quickly go into this little alcove here. Get out of here. Now, fun fact, guys. This area right here is in one of the demos of the game.
Whoa.
Well, I know. Crazy, right?
Whoa.
Dude. Why do we sound stoned when we say it like that?
Whoa.
Whoa, bro.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude. Now we're just dude bros.
Whoa. Dude.
Whoa. Get out of here.
Oh, okay.
No, not you. I was talking about that stupid...
See y'all next time. Oh.
See y'all next time. Oh, okay.
We're fine then.
We did it. But we don't have all the notes.
Nope, still have about 10 left.
No, we have like 20 left.
Look, that's good. She forgot to tell me if I can count or not.
Did this robot shark just fart? Oh, I'm missing 4 notes. This is awkward.
Well, it's gonna happen eventually.
I was not expecting this level out of all the levels. I'll be completely honest. Where could it be? My first instinct would be somewhere underwater. But I've gone...
Do you remember that vent that had the extra life you didn't go down? So there might be in there.
Could be. That was my other thought. Let's go check. Oh, there they are. Okay. I actually didn't see them, but I just figured they were there, and I was right, so thank God.
I didn't see them at all, but well done. Ah!
This is where we're missing 1. Just insult to injury.
Wouldn't put it past this game.
Alright then. Oh my lord. This is the new psychedelic pause screen. I hope you all enjoy.
Dude,
so we finished in 21 minutes, just 1 minute slower than the other stage. Oh, okay, Maya, we're not high anymore.
Okay, good. Good to know.
We just need to start acting like a definite dude, bro, whenever I pause.
Of course.
And that's this level, but we have that one witch switch to handle. And
yes.
We have to unlock Bubble Glue. No, we did. I take that back.
Yeah, you already did that in the last video.
So, we'll just take a look at that area. There's actually only like 2 things we can do. We have to finish Bubble Glue before we can do other stuff, so... I think this part is actually going to be shorter than the last part, because we have less stuff to do in the overworld.
Yep.
Wow!
Okay, you got some stuff to cut out.
Best note score is 100! Wow! Kind of sounds like a little chimp.
Huh.
If you really put your mind to it. And what does this give us?
Painful. Ow, that looks painful.
He gives us a Jagu. Jagu get. It's the
well
4th
done.
one. For the 4th level in the game. Except it was actually the 3rd level, so.
Science?
Magic. I guess it's the 4th level if you consider Spiral Mountain.
Or you can count the hub itself.
Too. Okay, that was just rude, man. I just came in here. I wanted to roll at you. Jerk. We can't get this Jiggy yet, but I think Brentilda's back here? Yeah, she is. Okay.
Alright, I better get ready.
My lazy sister often sleeps in a dumpster. The dirty hag. The only thing she's ever won was the dirtiest undies competition at which school? You know, that sounds about right, honestly. She often boasts of appearing on the cover of Fat Hag Monthly, sitting on her broomstick. Okay, that's not that disgusting. I mean, she's a witch. I think there's another Brentilda that we're going to have to listen to in a second. Is it, or is it a Mumbo token?
Oh.
Yeah, we can't get those.
That's an upgrade for later.
It is Brentilda.
Oh!
My fat old sister's favorite sport is belly barging. You know, that sounds like something she'd be into. Although she's dim, she attended Cauldron College. You won't believe that Gruntilda's party trick is performing a scary striptease. Okay, that is terrifying, actually. Fun fact, I think one of the randomized things that it can, responses it can give you is what, like, her favorite party trick is blowing up balloons with her butt.
Oh my.
And that one's always really funny to me because, you know, farts are funny. So yeah, and
they come from Romper, I suppose.
Yes, except for Romper. Yeah, no, Romper farts are gross. Actually, I think there might be a Mumbo token behind this. Is there? No, it's this guy.
No.
All right. Well, in the next part, then we will be doing Bubble Gloop Swamp. This is
Well,
where
then, goodbye.
Yeah, this is where the levels are going to start getting, I think, a little bit longer, probably in the 30-ish minute mark. And then it's just going to kind of ramp up from there. So, see you guys then, chicken tenders.
All toasters toast toast.
Bye-bye.